Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Hi guys, in this video we are going to implement the reservation table. So first we need to log in. So I'm going to log in from as a customer. So my customer is Amir. I'm going to log in and okay, select this one. This is also a customer, and then I'm going to the book reservation or go to the book your table. So once you click here, you will get this view. Here is the detail of the current user login, and here is enter your date and this format, and also in this format the time also. And I'm going to here add the person is 3. Okay, and now book now. So once you click here, you will get here the message, your message has been sent successfully. Okay, so and then go to the reservation, and now you see here is the reservation is processing. Okay, and the 3%, this is the date and time. This is the booking date and time, and this is the reservation date and time. Okay, and this is the contact number of the reservation person, and this is the status of the reservation request. And now if user want to direct cancel this is a reservation, so user can. Okay, the I so now the request is submitted. The next, I'm going to log in as a admin. Okay, so now my admin is this one. So now login, and I'm going to the reservation. So now see here is this is the processing. This one is approved, this cancel, and this one is the processing. Okay, so I'm going to edit this processing. So when I'm click on the process, the view will be show here the table reservation. So this is the name of the person, this is the contact number, this is the reservation date time, the reservation date, and this is the reservation time. Okay, and here I am going to enter the information about the status which is it selected. Okay, so this status message will be add here. So I am going to add here the your table number is 4 and no process. So that is process. Hope you will be fine. Your table is reserved, your table number is 4. So now I'm going to log out and again log in as a user. So now see here, this is approved. Okay, so let's get started and implement the table reservation. So now open your browser and write here the code with Ilyasoft, and then go to the project online restaurant website and visit this post online restaurant website part 24 table reservations. So in this post you will get all the code related to the table reservation. So first we need add some status of the reservation record of the user, which is processing, approve, reject, and cancel. So first we need to open our SQL server where database is allocated. So then we will execute this code inside in the IDE. So I'm going to first copy this code and then open the SQL server. If you want, then you and manually add here also processing status and so on, means enter the processing, reject, cancel, and so on. But I have already a code, so I am going to select this database and then go to the new query and paste the code. So this is the first identity insert is on and then off. Okay, so now I'm going to select all the code and then executes. So the record is added to this table. Now see, processing, approve, reject, and cancel. So these are the status of the table reservation request. So I'm going to close this. Okay, the next I am going to this ARD table booking. So we are going to finish this ERD, this full diagram, and this video. So the next we are going to create the model view for the table reservation. So I'm going to copy the name, and this model view is used for to show the record inside in the list. Okay, so now go to the control, sorry, the model, and then right click and add the model. So now add and then class. So these are the field which is inside in the table of booking TBL tables inside in the database, and also in the and also in here I will show you inside in the DB layer, then DB context, and then scroll here. So these are the field. Okay, so now that is finished. The next we are going to um, create the CRU, create, retrieve and update. So used to create and update the table reservation record in the database. So now copy the name and create also inside in the model. So we have also discussed there's forward purpose we are going to create the CRU table reservation MV. Okay, so we have already discussed why we are going to create first without CRU and in the second with CRU. So now copy the code inside in this CRU table reservation MV. So now that is done. Okay, and paste the code here. Okay, let's discuss this code, that what for what purpose this how this code is work. Okay, so first this is the DB context. So we need to create the object for DB context first, and then the next this is the empty constructor which is used for doing the post from the view to call the post method. And then this is the constructor where we are getting the record on base of the user type and user ID, and also on edit the record. So this ID is used for to edit the record, this parameter. This is for the user, which user is login, and this user data type, the login user data type. So if the login user is a customer, then it's get the record only the list of the reservation request of the user. And if the user type ID is admin, operator or sub-admins, then it's get the record with the process button. Okay, so we will I will show you in this video coming that which work the process button, the cancel button and so on. So if the user is customer, then the cancel button will be show, means user can cancel our request also, but before to process the admin. Okay, once the record is processed by the side of admin, then the user cannot cancel the request. So this is the purpose of this parameter. Then the next is get reservation list of based on user type ID and user ID. So I'm going to this method. So right click and go to definition. So now you will see here, this is the user type ID and this is the user ID. So this is the customer. Okay, so this is the customer getting only the customer, the one user record. Okay, here the full of the user. The next is here is the user type ID is 1, 2 and 3. So 1 is the admin, 2 is the operator and 3 is the sub-admin. So here we are getting the full records, means the admin, operator or sub-admin check the request of reservation inside in this booking TBL tables. Okay, and this is the record by order by descending, means the current record will be shown in the top of the list. And this is the for each loop where we are getting one by one record from the list from this table and add to this reservation list. So this is the code to get record from the database. So that is done. The next is this is the if user id is greater than 0, then get the user and set the full name, email address and mobile here. Okay, also add the means assign here the full name, mobile number and emails by defaults. Okay, so this is used for autofill. The next is reservation date and reservation time. It must be null because then if you not mark this record as a null, then inside in the text box on the UI there will be not show the placeholder. Okay, and this is the edit records when the id is greater than from 0 here, greater than from 0 this parameter, then the record will be get from the database booking tbl tables and assign the properties, the values to these properties. And if it is not, it is equal to 0 or not found the record inside in this table, then the page will be ready for the new record. Okay, but here we are not using this, but it is just for the safety that not to create the new record, so that's why. And this is the and these are the property which is we are getting from the user to create the or edit the reservation record. And this is the list of reservation and that is the method. So that is finished. The next we are going to create the new controller for table reservation. So I'm going to create this table reservation controller inside in the controller folder. So now go to the controller folder, right click here and add the new controller. Now I'm going to add, and now that's it, and then add. So now the controller is going to be created. The next we are going to add the some basic code of this controller. So we need just this db context entity class. So now I'm going to remove this and paste this code. This is the db entity class. Okay, db context. And now the next we are going to create the action for getting the record from the database of the table reservation request. So this is the sorry, here we are going to create the method for post the means get the information from the user, means their email address, full name, contact number, reservation date, reservation time and number of persons. Okay, get the record and then go to post inside in the database here to the booking tbl tables. Okay, so this code, this is the post method which is where we post the reservation record to the database. So now copy the method and add to the table reservation controller. So now add this. So and this code we are going to, so in this code there is the model which is post from the view, and here is the validation if the user is login or not login, and this is the date setting, this and this is also okay. And then this is the object of booking tbl table for the new record, and this is the parameters which user is login, means which user request for the reservation, and that is the basic information, booking date, reservation date, time, number of person, process by user id. So here we are going to process by user id 0, mark as 0 because here is this is the creation of the request. So here we don't need to add the process user id, and this is the beginning status of the booking status id which is processing. One is the processing inside and the booking status table and the database, and this is the description which is marked as empty, and that is db.booking table tbl tables dot add reservation. Okay, so here we are going just to create the request inside in this booking table for the table reservation. But for this for this http post method, we need the partial view, which is we call inside in the index method. So first we need to create the partial view, but go to this blog and here follow the step. Next we are going to create partial view for booking table. The name of the partial view is this partial underscore table reservation view, code show below. So now simply go to the here and then go to anywhere, but I am going to this table reservation folder, and I'm going to right click and add the view. But here we are going, this view mark has a partial, so now create has a partial view. Now enter just here this name and create the view. So the view is created. Next we are going to copy this code for the partial table reservation. So here is nothing but just the reservation starting code, which is we and which we have add the HTML begin form. So let's copy the code, then we will discuss inside in the IDE. So now copy this code first and now add here. So now that is it. So first here is the model of the view, okay, which is come from the from here we calling this view, then we will pass this model from there, okay. And this is the just designing, which is already discussed we have, and this is the http begin form where this form will be for post, okay. So book inside in the table reservation controller called the book table. So this is the method where this model is post once we click on the submit button, okay. So and this is the field booking, this is the hidden for field, okay, that's it. And this is the field first name, a full name, email address, mobile number, and this is the reservation date, this is the reservation time, this is the number of persons, and here is these are the message, your message has been successfully sent, okay. And if not submit the data to a database, then server error, try again later, this message will be shown. And this is the button where we submit our form. So this is the type submit, okay, and that is the name of book now, okay. So that's it. The next steps, we are going to call this partial view inside in the index. So next we are going to add partial view to the index view inside in the home controller. So first go to the home controller and right click here and go to the view. So now we will see here is this is the reservation. Now see here, so I am going to remove this code, okay. Now I am going to remove this code first. So here we are going to call this view, okay. So now I am going to copy the code. So now see here, this is the current username ID and user type ID, and this is the partial view, okay. How we are get this path correctly, so you need to do some one step. I'm going to select simple this and paste here, okay, and then copy the path. If you have changed your folder name, means table reservations, so then simply go to here and do this step, then you will not get the error, okay. So I'm going to remove this, so that is finished. And then here we pass the model of the CRU, call the constructor, means pass the model, and call the constructor of CRU DBL reservation MV, which is user ID this, okay. So now that is done, okay. So the next step we are going to next we are going to create action and table reservation to getting booked TBL tables record, code show below. So the next action is used for to getting record from database and show inside in the list to the admin, okay, and also to the customer. So and this is the post, this is the get method of the booking tables, and this is the post method, okay. By using this method, the admin and the admin will be update the status of the reservation. So I'm going to copy this record, okay. So now that's it. Now go to this table reservation and paste the code above from this http post, okay. So now that is it. So here this is the simple action method, and which first we set the validation, the user is login or not, and then get the user id and user type id from the session of the user, and then pass the parameter to this, and also this id is used for to edit the status of the reservation record. And this is the view back, where the admin will be select the status to change the status of the reservation, means from process to approve, from process to reject, and so on. And this is the list, okay. So and then pass this list to the view. So for, and this is the post method of this view, okay. So this is the booking table, getting the model from the post, from the view, and then here we are getting record from database which is already exist. Then the change process by user id, which user is processed this record, and then booking status, change the status, it's maybe a approve or a reject or maybe a cancel, okay. And this is the description where the admin will enter, means congratulations, your reservation is approved, yeah, or maybe to apologize that we have no space, and so on. So inside in this description, the admin will be save, means message for the customer. And this is the db entry where the record will be modified, okay, inside in the database. And this is the action booking tables and call id is equal to 0, okay. So that's it, okay. The next step, we are going to add view to this action. So now simply add the view, but not the partial view, okay. You need to uncheck this and then add, and then go to the view, the blog, and copy the code. Now copy, then here and select and paste, okay. So here this is the model of the view, then is the top, and also this, okay. Here this is the check of the user id and user type id, and then we are checking the validation. If the user type id is 1 2 and 3, and then the booking table id is also greater than 0, then show this form, otherwise not show form inside in the view, okay. And this form is same as it is the reservation to for booking reservation. Here we have two steps, just change this, okay, otherwise it's same like that, okay. Then next, this is the record of, means which status of the reservation, full name, mobile number, booking record, reservation date and time, number of person, description by which user process, and is the action. And action, and this is also the list. And action, we have two buttons. One is the process, which is for the admin, and the second one is for the cancel, which is for the user. But if the process user is empty, means the record will be not processed, then the user can cancel our reservation request directly. So now save the record, so that is done, okay. The next, we are going to create the method for cancel booking. This button have this action, okay. We call this action, this is the cancel booking action, and this is the parameter, and then pass the booking table id. So by using this action, the user will be cancel our reservation directly. So now I'm going to copy this method and simply add to the table reservation controller. So copy, and then I'm going to the table reservation controller, and before from above add the booking table. Okay, now paste the code here. So that is also set. Here we just change the booking status, which is cancelled. Okay, and here just the description is cancelled by user, means itself. Okay, and this is the method directly call to again to this method. So that is it. So we need here, the next step is, now copy this name, the table reservation, and then go to the shared layout. So now I'm going to here add the menu. So the menu I'm going to add here is this. Okay, so url.content slash and then slash is the booking table, question mark id is equal to 0. Okay, so now that is done, and this is the reservation. And here we are going to if user id is greater than, then show this record. Okay, okay, the one step here we have also called, so there is the go to the partial view and see here is the id is the reservation table. So now copy this name just and go to the layout, and find the book your table button. Okay, so I'm going to simply write here the hash, and now that, but it just work in a current page. So here we need to call url.content. Okay, and now slash home slash index, and then call this. Okay, so that is finished. So that is finished. So once save the change and run the application. So this is the simple way that how you can manage the reservation system inside in your website, in your restaurant website. Okay, now the application is running. So now, okay, I'm also going to open the booking TBL table also, and now see here is no record. So now the application is running. Okay, now the application is run. Now simply, now you see here, once I am going to click on the, once you click here the book your table, it will go to the here. Okay, so I'm going to simple my account and then log in, and then enter any customer record here. I have a customer Ilyas, and his password is 12345. So I'm going to log in, sign in. So now that is sign in. Then the next I am going to the reservation. So now here you will see nothing, no record, but once I am going to click on the book or table, then it's directly go to here. Okay, I'm going to here the record is, just enter any record you want to here, just enter. I'm going to this and then the time is this is the format of the time. Okay, and here is the person is 5, and now book now. So now your message has been sent successfully. Okay, so then, so next I am going to the reservation. So now you will see here the record is and processing. So if the user want to cancel directly, so you can cancel, but once the process by user is here show, then the record will be not directly cancelled, this button will be hide. Okay, so now the next I am going to log in as admin. So now login, the admin is this, and now sign in, and then reservation. So now you will see here the record is here, and here the button is process. So now I'm going to click on this process button. Then now you will see the view is show here. Okay, so now I am going to process this record to the approved, and the message is hope you will be fine, your table is resolved, please be on time. Okay, and now process. So now that's it, approved, and this. Okay, here I am going to also set the table number. So your table number is 9. Okay, and now that's it, and process. So now you see here there's also the table number is added. So this is the way that how we can manage the table reservation. Okay, I will show you the another one, that how the user can cancel our record. So now I'm going to again log in from the customer, this, and then sign in, close, and reservation. And now I'm going to, now you see here this is the button is hide from here. Okay, and this is the approved. Okay, I'm going to submit the another request. So here also the same name, it's nothing effect. Okay, so not this one, same time, this one 7, and here is the person is 2. Okay, and book now. So your message has been sent successfully. Now that's it. I'm going to directly to reservation, and means it's by mistake, so now you can directly cancel from here. So now you cancel, the record is cancelled. Okay, so this is the process that how you can manage the reservation system inside and your restaurant website. This is the simple way that you can manage your reservation system. So if you like the video, please subscribe the CRUD Ilyasoft, like and share.